All right, guys, day 5 of Green Bay Packers training camp is upon us. And man, what a great one, because Jordan Love was signed to a mega extension last night, making him the highest paid quarterback in NFL history. So I have to be rocking the Jordan Love jersey here. Obviously, I have my signed Jordan Love jersey back there and helmet, the white one, right behind me. Super excited that this extension finally got done, and some more details came out from last night when I made my video until now. Basically, that Jordan Love's 4-year, $220 million contract includes a $75 million signing bonus and $155 million in new full guarantees. So now Jordan Love tied to the Green Bay Packers for the next 5 seasons. But today was also the first day of pads, and it kind of all set up perfectly, right? We went through the first 4 days of training camp without pads, and we're all sitting here wondering when Jordan Love was going to be extended. And myself, I thought, hey, the Packers aren't going to practice much at all with pads without Jordan Love. And they're not at all going to practice without Jordan Love with pads on, because today was the first day of pads. So I have some highlights from today's practice. There's not a crazy amount. It's mainly all Jordan Love, but that's a good thing. This is Jordan Love's day. He's the quarterback of the future for the Green Bay Packers. So, hey, we got some highlights, some warm-up highlights from this practice. Jordan Love finally suiting up for training camp here in 2024. Here we have Jordan Love running onto the practice field, obviously in that red quarterback jersey. And as you can see, all the pads are on. Before practice, Matt LaFleur said Jordan Love will be practicing in full, so there's no limited. He's getting dropped right into the action, as he should. This offense has definitely struggled without him. And here's your first look of Jordan Love on the practice field in training camp of 2024. Just going through some walkthroughs here, nothing crazy. Warming up here, you see Zach Tom at right tackle. He's also been going through walkthroughs as right tackle number 1. Man, it is great to have Jordan Love back on the practice field, man. I'm excited for the rest of training camp. Getting Jordan Love back on the field, having him tied to the Green Bay Packers for the next 5 years just feels great. Here's your first look of Jordan Love actually throwing the ball to a player. We see a quick pass at the top of the screen there to Jaden Reed. We also saw Sean Clifford throw a pass, who has been kind of the de facto quarterback number 1, but no more. Also saw Jacob Eason there. And again here, Jordan Love. I think it's thrown to Jarvian Howard, who drops the ball and then falls. Some more Jordan Love clips. We have Jordan Love throwing a ball to the outside to Romeo Doubs, high and outside. Doubs goes up and snags that and gets up the sideline. Then we have Jordan Love on the left side throwing to Jaden Reed here on a post route, and you have Michael Pratt throwing a corner route to Christian Watson. Man, we are so back, and it's a great time for this. Hey, the pads come on. This is when practice really starts to ramp up. So the Packers, in my opinion, timed this well. Obviously, you don't want Love to miss any practice, and yeah, you'd rather have him out there the first 4 days. But I feel like the Packers, got a little bit of insight on some of the other quarterbacks, Sean Clifford, Michael Pratt, both of which haven't practiced too well, but the pads are on now, so the blocking should be better, and we got full-fledged practice, and Jordan Love is here. Here is a slow-mo clip, because, training camp, what is training camp without some slow-mo footage of Jordan Love throwing a deep out route to wide receiver Malik Heath, also seeing Sean Clifford next to him. I know Sean Clifford left yesterday's practice or hobbled off with an ankle injury, so I don't know if we got any updates on that, because, all eyes are on Jordan Love right now the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, which is still crazy to say. Like I said in my video last night, like if someone 1 year ago said to me, hey, Jordan Love in 1 year in July of 2024 will be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL at $55 million annually, I'd be like, that's a crazy guess. That's a crazy, assumption to make. But hey, Jordan Love had one of the best seasons as a quarterback, last year of all quarterbacks in the NFL. And really a lot of it came in the second half of the season. A lot of people say it was a bad first half of the season. Now I understand it's not as good as the second half, but it helped Jordan Love. It helped this Packers football to fight through adversity like that. I think really helped the progression of this team, mainly the offense, mainly Jordan Love and these wide receivers. I think fighting through that adversity and getting better and, learning things week in, week out really helped Jordan Love. And, he earned this contract. I know there's a lot of people that are going to sit here and say it's too much money. And there's always someone that when a big deal happens and they say, oh, well, now our cap's ruined. Now we have no money to do anything else. It's simply not the case. I hear the same thing every time the Packers, or another team for that matter, sign someone to a massive contract, outside of the Saints because they're just awful at salary cap. Every time the Packers sign someone to a massive deal, it's the same song and dance. They can't, now they have no money. They ruined the salary cap. The Packers have so many young contracts over the next 2 seasons, it's not going to affect the next 2 seasons. Maybe 3-4 years down the line, they might not have as much money to, say, re-sign all 5 of their wide receivers. That's going to be, a problem for 2 to 3 years from now. And that's fine. I think our main receivers will showcase themselves in 2 to 3 years from now, where you give the top 2 guys an extension and you kind of just, replace the others with draft picks. It'll happen. It's common. Simply let Russ Ball do his job because he's very good at it. He's very good at managing the salary cap for the Green Bay Packers. I mean, he got through the Aaron Rodgers and David Bakhtiari contracts like it was nothing, and this Packers rebuild was done in like a half a season. It's absolutely insane. And of course, they got a little bit lucky because Jordan Love, came onto the scene so hot and played really well at the end of the season and made it an easy decision to extend him. But I think it's a great deal, and it's going to look like a great deal in, 2 to 3 years. In 1 to 2 years even. We're going to look at Jordan Love's deal and go, oh, wow, now he's the 5th highest paid quarterback, and it's a great deal. Same thing happened with Patrick Mahomes, who I think is now not even top 10 for quarterbacks in terms of money paid yearly. It's insane, right? So it's going to happen. In 2 years, we're going to go, oh, that's a great deal. $55 million annually. Look at this new quarterback who's not as good as Jordan Love, making $70 million annually. This is how the salary cap works. It keeps going up and up and up. So as I was actually about to finish the video and finish recording, I got sent some 11v11 footage from the first portion of teams for the starters. So shout out Kellen on Twitter for getting me these clips. Again, I'm not at practice. These aren't my clips, Green Bay Packers. I did not record these at practice. On this first clip, I believe it's Jordan Love's first snap in teams under center and his first practice back, and it's going to be a simple run left to, I believe, Josh Jacobs. He has his jersey tucked up, but I believe it's number 8, Josh Jacobs. I think you see Luke Musgrave in motion and the defense swarming around the line of scrimmage for pretty much no gain. Defense just really flying around the ball, and you see Josh Jacobs finishing off the run, but no gain really. On this play, it's going to be Jordan Love's first pass attempt. You see him in shotgun, putting Tyler Davis in motion. Tyler Davis on the first offense in the slightest is a little interesting. Tucker Kraft, but it's going to be a deep out route to Tay Wicks, but massively overthrown. But I believe it was a depth issue on Wicks because you see him tap his jersey right there, pretty much showcasing that, hey, Wicks probably was supposed to take that a little bit deeper. I don't think Jordan Love, overthrew that in terms of like, okay, that was the normal depth. I think Wicks was supposed to take that much deeper, but Eric Stokes in coverage and very sticky coverage on a very shifty receiver like Tay Wicks. I mean, Stokes was all over him, and that ball was incomplete. On this third play, we see Love in shotgun, Henry Pearson in motion. I believe it's A.J. Dillon at running back. I can't quite see. It might be Josh Jacobs, but out of the pistol, going to be a handoff up the middle. And again, man, the defense just swarming. I mean, continuing this hot streak from the last, couple of practices, just swarming around the ball, even when Jordan Love is here. Again, this is just the first practice and the first start of reps for Jordan Love. You see Ben Sims also in motion there, but the defense, man, just swarming down low, and the energy is insane on defense. On this play, another pass play, Jordan Love under center. We see Bo Melton in motion. It's going to be an out route to the top of the screen, and Jair Alexander almost comes up with an interception. Just an absolutely beautiful read by Jair there to undercut that route to Jaden Reed for an almost diving interception. So Jordan Love probably could have put that a little bit farther outside the numbers, more towards the sideline. It might have been complete, but I think it's a greater play by Jair rather than a bad play by Jordan Love and Jaden Reed there. Here's another play, a quick one, a toss right. I think it's Emmanuel Wilson in the backfield. I can't tell with their running backs because a lot of them have their jerseys tucked up. It could be Josh Jacobs still, could be Emmanuel Wilson, but it's going to be a toss right. And same thing going for this running offense. Not much. And the defense just swarming around the ball carrier. I'll play it once more here for you guys. Defense just absolutely swarming around the ball carrier on this toss right to, I think it's Emmanuel Wilson. I think I see a 3 on the first start of his jersey there. And here's another one, a toss left, I think still to Emmanuel Wilson. And I think Carrington Valentine, the cornerback on our side of the screen here, coming down, crashing down low, getting through Tyler Davis there, really throwing a good hit and forcing the runner out of bounds. So again, defense just swarming, guys. Like, we heard this the last few days, and now we're seeing it. Now that we have some clips and 11v11s when the pads come on, I mean, they are absolutely swarming. This defense is flying around. I mean, you have cornerbacks slamming into tight ends, pushing running backs out of bounds. It's awesome to see. Here's going to be another pass play for Jordan Love. It's going to be a deep pass down the middle of the field, and again, it's going to be Eric Stokes in great coverage. Play action there. Jordan Love dropping back. I believe it's a deep dig to Christian Watson, and Eric Stokes just all over that. I mean, he's had such a great training camp. Pads come on, and he's still firing like this. It's crazy, man. Eric Stokes against Christian Watson. And ball wasn't the best placement. Like, it could have been more inside. It's a little low and behind Watson, but still, Eric Stokes in great coverage here. He's had a great training camp so far, and it's definitely continuing. It's great to see. Here's going to be a run play by, I believe, A.J. Dillon, and some tough running by A.J. Dillon. He definitely looks quicker down here, like at his cuts. When you see him with the ball in his hands, you'll see here in a second, he looks quicker. Like, he's better at making one cuts right now and getting upfield, and he's still got that power, obviously running through some defenders there. It is kind of half tackling in practice, but still, A.J. Dillon with a nice little run here, kind of the first positive run of the entire drive. I mean, everything else has kind of been stopped at the line of scrimmage, and Dillon looks quick here. Very impressed with him this offseason so far. And here is the Jordan Love interception. So he didn't start too well in practice today, knocking some of the rust off. I believe 0 for 4 in an interception. Here's Love in the pistol. I believe it's going to be a screen pass here to A.J. Dillon. Tyler Davis on the jerk motion, play action screen, overthrown, diving interception by Quay Walker. Man, dude, this defense, the energy, I mean, look at them. The energy is absolutely insane. Bad pass by Jordan Love, definitely. Great play made by Quay Walker here, just to read this screen, see that overthrown ball, dive, secure that catch without the ball hitting the ground. Love with heavy pressure in his face. So again, the offensive line not doing him any justice here. I mean, he's got two defenders right in his face. Has to make a fadeaway jumping throw, so you could see why it was overthrown there. Maybe A.J. Dillon not in the correct spot. Not exactly sure. Overall, the play didn't look great. The Packers really need to work on their screen game. It's been rough the past couple of seasons, so hopefully they can get that down. But really nice play made by Quay Walker here. So although it started slow for Jordan Love, 0 for 4 in an interception, it really only took a couple plays for him to start to heat up and knock that rust off. He really started to get a lot better as practice went on. I'm recording this as I receive clips, so I'm starting to update this as I see them. We see Jordan Love throwing a deep out route to Christian Watson there. Again, Eric Stokes in coverage. Nice to see Watson get a catch here. I believe he hopped out of practice for a second because a cleat hit his calf. I don't think it was any muscle injury, but he came back in. And then later had a beautiful deep catch from Jordan Love. I don't have that clip yet. If I do, I'll probably post it on my Twitter. Like I said, I'm doing this live, but here's another throw. Jordan Love for a completion, right? The first 4, definitely not great first 4 throws by Jordan Love, but a nice one here. Empty set, drop back, deep throw left, Christian Watson right on the money. Here's a play, a Jaden Reed jet touch pass at a pistol. Enigbare seals the edge here on the top. You'll see very well, but Jaden Reed does a good job of using his speed to get around him. Here you go, jet touch pass, counts as a pass for Jordan Love. Hits that edge. There's a good block out there by, I think, Tyler Davis. He's actually blocked very well in training camp so far. A lot of big running plays. I know this is a pass, but big running plays. Tyler Davis has been a solid blocker. So interested to see that. Good job by Jaden Reed getting around the edge there of Enigbare, who did a nice job, but Reed was just too fast for him. Here we have a play, Jordan Love in shotgun. I can't see who the running back to his left is, but it's going to be a kind of a crosser route here. Low snap, play action, throw across the middle to Romeo Doubs, makes a nice cut outside. So Jordan Love really started to heat up as practice went on. It started slow, a little bit rusty, but no worries. Second half mode, Jordan Love activated. A lot of Henry Pearson in teams here for the first group here. Nice throw across the middle after a very low snap. Obviously, Josh Myers still not at practice with his personal reasons, so I don't know if this is Elton Jenkins or Jacob Monk or even Sean Ryan. It might be Sean Ryan at center there. He's been getting some snaps there as well today. So nice throw across the middle. Jordan Love heated up as practice went on, so don't worry about too much about the first few clips. It was up and down a little bit, but Jordan Love definitely heated up. If I get more clips, I'll post them on my Twitter. Some of his other plays that I don't have clips of: hit Jaden Reed on an out route in front of Xavier McKinney for a gain of 15. Hit Christian Watson on a crosser for a gain of 20 versus Xavier McKinney. Romeo Doubs on a crosser for 16. That's the play I just showed you. Avoided a sack and hit a check down to Josh Jacobs, and then had a long, beautiful dime of a throw to Christian Watson deep down the field. Then he finished the drive with a 10-yard touchdown out route to Romeo Dobbs right at the pylon. So started a little shaky, but it definitely turned itself around in today's practice. A couple other notes I have, because at this point I kind of just blended this into a practice update as well, since I just kept getting clips from team portions. Javon Bullard, a very nice day of practice, including a pick 6 on Jacob Eason, a nice hit on Luke Musgrave, a legal hit in terms of pads being on in practice. Both Javon Bullard and Edgerrin Cooper, both of the second-round rookies for the Green Bay Packers on defense today, had great first day practices when the pads came on. Edgerrin Cooper was all over the field. Javon Bullard all over the field, including an interception that went for 6 on Jacob Eason. So that does it for the highlight video / practice update video. There's just so much going on. It's the first day of pads. It's the first day Jordan Love is back with this new contract. And like I said, started a little slow as expected. He's been out for 4 days. Everyone else has been there for 4 days. But then really started to heat up, and Jordan Love definitely finished out this practice very, very strongly. So those are all the clips I have from practice today. Again, just some warm-up stuff, but then I got sent 11v11s, first day of pads, and we're already getting sent footage from 11v11s. And other teams record 11v11s. It's really only Green Bay that doesn't, which doesn't make sense. Just give us what we want, guys. All we want to do is watch practice. If anyone else can be out here, like the fans, to watch practice, there's no advantage or competitive disadvantage to posting 11v11s. You could have scouts with the fans right now, like a Bears scout watching. It really doesn't matter. So it's always kind of interesting that they don't post anything from this. I think once Mark Murphy retires, they'll probably go away from that and start posting stuff, but we'll see. But those are all the clips I have from practice today. Shout out to, again, Kellen for sending me these clips. Everyone say thank you to Kellen in the comments for sending these clips, because it's not often we get these. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll catch you on the next one, and as always, go Pack Go.